Oh, listen to that.
Oh, it doubled up.
It doubled up. Hold on. There we go. All right, everybody. If you're watching live, let me take that down. All right, there we go. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to Vinyl Verdicts. This is the weekly music review show, or weekly music throwdown show, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I think I
Are
feel
we
like
throwing down? Wow.
we might be throwing down.
I mean, that could happen.
Yeah, it could definitely happen.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me get these levels set up. 'Cause this is
Yes, please.
Everything sounds weird. Like, everything sounds bizarre.
Okay. We didn't do a sound check. Well, I didn't.
No, we didn't really do one. All right. I think that sounds a little bit better. I think it's just your mic, honestly.
My mic?
This mic's just noisy.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just got a lot of noise to it. Anyway, guys, as we talk tech stuff while we're on the air, as we try to sort through, because we really didn't do too much of a, we just kind of set it up and went on the air today. Didn't really, we didn't do the full setup how I normally do. I was busy setting up the show, all the pre-show stuff. Anyway, you guys don't care about that. We are here to talk about more music with you each and every week, as we do. My name's Chris, if this is your first time checking out the show, and I'm with
Rachel.
And
ooh, my mic does sound weird.
Man, you're hot. Jesus.
Whoa.
Holy smokes, man. Your levels
I am
are
not
all over
the
the
tech
place.
person.
Your levels are all over the place.
I blame you.
All right. So if this is your first time checking out Vinyl Verdicts, well, welcome to the show, everybody. Each and every week, we swap 3 songs with each other that we may or may not have heard before, and then we rate those songs on a scale of 1 to 5 records, with 1 being a stinker. That's a hard skip, ladies and gentlemen. That's a skipper. That is one where you hear the first note and you're like...
And you just change it.
Oh,
skip.
Gross. Wait. They have other sound effects on here. You hear that, and then you hear... You hear that.
I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that? I heard it.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
The boo.
Now I got it. Are they saying boo earns?
That's what happened.
I like that. I like that one.
That's what. When you hear the first,
I like that.
Yeah, when you hear it, when you hear the first note, you're like,
no.
That's what happens.
And then you run away.
And then you run away all the way up though, because that's 1 record.
Right, but then we got 5 records.
Right, 5 records.
That's a I want to hear that all day, every day, for the rest of my life kind of song.
That's heavenly music.
When it comes on, you turn it up, you stop everything you're doing.
That's 5 records.
Yeah.
Heavenly music to our ears, guys. That's a 5. That's a perfect song. So, over the last few weeks, we've been kind of not totally sticking to the format.
No.
We have been giving vinyl verdicts on a scale of 1 to 5 records, but we've been kind of playing around because, you know what? We've been doing this show now for 6 years.
And we get bored.
And we want to do some other things. And listen, it is 2026. That means it's 40 years since a lot of the records we grew up with are now 40. Believe it or not, everybody. I know you don't want to hear it.
Which means we're older than 40.
Right. You don't want to admit it.
Yikes.
It's not something we want, but it's a thing. But 1986, man, great year for music, great year for movies. And I don't know, that sweet spot of like 84, 85, 86, 87, like so much awesome stuff came out, like pop culture wise. A lot of stuff happened. I mean, the 80s in general, like I know everybody likes to romanticize about the 80s, and Gen X is the greatest generation.
We are the coolest. I don't know about the greatest, but we're definitely the coolest.
Definitely the coolest generation to ever exist. And so we had, the 80s were very special. And when I look back in 1986, I was probably, 1986, 5th grade, 6th grade, maybe 6th grade.
Okay.
Grade school. And just a lot of great stuff came out. And so we were like, the last couple of weeks, we've been looking back on 86, checking out the music. We looked at top songs that were released the week of, about 2 weeks ago. So we looked at the charts, like what was charting, and then we looked at it and kind of rated some of those songs and picked out our favorites. Then last week, we looked at the top best-selling records from 1986. We looked at the top best-selling records, and that was pretty cool. We went through that and talked about some of our favorites on there and pulled out some songs and put that together. But then the one thing we kind of touched on last week, but we said, let's go deal a little bit deeper this week.
Yes.
Which is a genre that we particularly like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is the hard rock, metal.
Yeah,
glam, arena rock, whatever you want to call it, guys. But all I know is that 1986 was an explosion of freaking awesome records that came out that year. Like a lot of good records. Metal, thrash metal, a lot of good stuff. So we took a look at that list. We tabulated everything. And it was hard.
It was really hard.
This was really hard because we didn't want to be like, I know we've been doing countdowns and things, but we were like, why don't we do this? Let's look at the list and let's pick out like our 3 favorites. But
I don't even know if they're favorites. So I had 3 picks. I mean, I definitely like everything I picked.
I like everything I picked.
And then you gave me 2 songs from each record, which I didn't even know
because
what the hell that was.
I thought you gave me 2 songs, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna give you 2 songs. So I kind of gave you like a hit and like an album cut.
So I didn't even put all of yours on the playlist. You can go back and put them on there. I figured we'd rate the first song, but then like the second song, I threw some curveballs on the playlist. So when we look through it, you'll see.
There are some cool curveballs. Like, listen, guys, this is a year I look back fondly at, and this genre. I could talk about this music.
I've got some
forever.
favorites on like some of the deep cuts on these, like some of the ones that just never got played on the radio, but when I was listening myself, I would go to, over and over again.
Yeah, well, because we grew up with these records, man, and we listened to these. This is when you listened to record.
Yeah.
The cassette, front to back, let it flip over and start it over again.
Yes.
We had cassettes.
And a lot of these you can kind of do that with. Like, there are some records came out and you're like, there's 2 songs that I like.
And I don't know, let's see, by 86. Yeah, 86, I'm starting to buy CDs. I'm starting to transition from cassettes to CDs.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't think I was yet.
From 8, I would think just starting, because I think by the time I get to 87, 88, I'm definitely buying now all CDs and not buying a lot of cassettes anymore. All right. By the way, everybody, I'm putting the playlist link in the comments if you're watching live. I'm doing that now. So if you're on the Facebooks, the YouTubes.
Oh, did we tell everyone where they could watch us?
The Mixclouds.
Right. So
we're on there. No, we didn't say anything. Why don't you go through it?
Okay.
Why deal with some
Okay, so
stuff?
first, all right, so we're live on YouTube. Yes?
Yeah, we're live. I see us.
We are live on. I see us on the YouTubes. I got the notification, right? So you want to subscribe, hit the bell for notification.
We live.
Right, so that you know every time that we go live. We are live on the Facebooks, right? Correct? Still?
Yep.
We're doing that?
Yep.
We are also live on Mixcloud?
We are live on the Mixclouds.
And that is where the audio version of this show can be found now, because we have not been doing the regular podcast on Spotify. We're getting taken down because we're playing music, and it's no fun to have a music review show that doesn't play music. And listen, we get it. There's licensing rights. Fine. Good. So watch us on YouTube. You get the whole show. You get to see us live, our smiling faces, all our wonderful reactions to the songs that we're picking.
Yeah.
Right. So you can do that on Facebook and on YouTube. And then if not, if you want to listen to just the audio version, you can go to Mixcloud. You can also listen to us on Radio Garden State on the Live 365 app.
Live 365, RadioGardenState.com.
Where we keep New Jersey loud.
That's right. So we have plenty of plays. There's plenty of ways for you to interact with us and watch the show live, listen to the show live, and then afterwards listen to us and watch us wherever you want. So it's there.
You should do that. Do all of the things.
All the options are there.
Subscribe to everything.
Yes.
Show up, watch us live, hit all the likes. Tell your friends.
Especially on the YouTubes. Well, I don't care. Actually, you know what? Do whatever you want. You guys, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to make suggestions as to what to do. I think YouTube, if you're going to go...
It's the place to go. It's the coolest. I think it's the most rewarding experience.
Although I am liking this Mixcloud. Look at this. Like, this Mixcloud feed look pretty nice.
It does, actually.
Yeah, I kind of dig it. So, yeah, Mixcloud.com /vinyl verdicts. Okay? So we're over there, too.
Yeah.
Which is kind of newer for us. We've been putting the audio version as Rachel set up, but we're doing the video over there too, which this streams live. But then afterwards, you can listen to the audio. So, all right. So we have
you can watch me drink myself.
Tabulated a bunch of stuff, and we went through it. So let's jump into our picks. Let's just dive in here. And by the way, let us know, guys, in the comments as we go, whether on YouTube, Facebook, or Mixcloud. Let us know. We're watching the comments. Let us know what your favorite records from 1986 were. Josh, I see you. Yes, Antler Wound did release.
Wave at me, Josh.
They
Wave to me, Josh.
Did release a record in 1986. That's correct. Didn't the first Antler Wound record come out in 86? Yes, that's true. The very first Antler Wound came out in 86. It's a very rough recording, but for those collectors, those avid collectors out there, you could probably find it on Discogs. It was a limited pressing of 56. They are hand numbered, hand stamped. That's right. For any lucky collectors out there, if you got your hands on one of those 50, what did I say, 54, 56,
Yeah.
You're in luck. You think the Motley Crue first record is valuable? Get that Antler Wound 80 live in 86. All right. Okay. So how do we want to do this?
I don't know. Pick something, Chris.
God damn it! I waved again. All right. I'm gonna kick us off here. Let's start with. I guess I'll start with one of your picks.
Pick a song.
All right. Picking a song. We are gonna start with Poison.
All right. Look what the cat dragged in.
Look what the cat dragged in, guys.
Oh my God.
I remember very vividly when this record came out.
Me
It
too.
started playing on MTV. Talk Dirty to Me was everywhere. I remember MTV used to do the video countdown, and they played the hell out of this song. And I felt like Poison had kind of come out of nowhere. Like all of a sudden,
They
was
really
like, oh my
did,
God.
yeah.
But they and then they just were they were like the perfect MTV band. Like the videos are great. They had the glam look
Exactly,
down.
and they always looked like they were ready for a party.
Yeah, they're definitely a video ready band. So, so let's go through it, guys. Here is a little bit about Look What the Cat Dragged In. Some little factoids that you may not know
Some
about.
interesting
the
little
band
tidbits.
and the record. So, this was their very first record. It was released on Enigma Records in August of 1986. Hey,
Woohoo!
August of 1986.
40 years ago.
The
this month.
lineup at the time, and always in the lineup to this day, still the same, even though they did go through some changes, but their OG lineup: Bret Michaels, CeCe DeVille, Bobby Dahl, and Ricky Rocket. Band, if you did not know this, guys, from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
I did know that.
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. They drove to LA in a truck, and when they got there, they peppered the Sunset Strip with flyers. And basically, they had a total DIY. Like, everybody talks about punk bands having a DIY work ethic. Well, I got to tell you, do not count out bands like Motley Crue and Poison, even though they were the glam. They worked their asses off, and they did all the same stuff. Made their flyers. They worked hard to get people out to those shows and everything. They hustled. Did you know this?
I don't know. What's
That CeCe DeVille won the guitar audition over another very famous guitar player.
Oh, I don't remember who
this?
it was. No, I did, and I can't remember who it is at the moment, but
Does anyone out there know?
I used to know this.
Yes, it was the one and only Slash. Slash. He
How
won
do-
out.
yeah, I don't know how I forget that,
He
but
won
yeah.
out over Slash.
But I think look-wise, like, I mean, if you're in a band like Poison, do you want a dude that looks like Slash, or do you want a dude that looks like CeCe DeVille?
CeCe all day. And Slash is the much better guitar player, but yeah.
But
looks
for
wise,
Poison, like, and thank
CeCe.
God, because
I know.
I mean,
I know.
we would not have had Guns N' Roses. Like,
could you imagine what Poison would have sounded like with Slash on
no,
guitar?
I don't think.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that definitely not a fit.
Yeah, I would say, and then obviously everybody knows the iconic cover photo, the four dudes like that look like chicks.
Like, yeah, I mean, like
Those chicks-
I'm pretty sure
those
a lot of
dudes-
people
those
thought
chicks
that.
are hot.
Thought like for real thought those were
Yeah.
girls until.
And even the band themselves have been quoted as thinking like, I think we went a little too far with the makeup.
I feel like Ricky Rocket still wore makeup like long past everyone else had.
I think so. I think Ricky Rocket definitely did it for a while. He did do it
long
for a while. Yeah.
after everyone else had
Yeah.
dropped that.
And so Talk Dirty to Me, first single, broke into the top 10 and turned. This was an indie release, by the way. The band had actually recorded this on their own independently for $23,000.
Wow.
They put this out on, like, they recorded the record and all that, and it was a good investment. So they got back. It was basically an indie record, and they got picked up, and there you go. Here's a little like stats about this record. Was released. Actually, the actual release date is not August. It's May 23rd, 1986. That was a typo there. Recorded at Music Grinder in Hollywood, New Jersey, Hollywood, California. Produced by Rick Browdy. The band paid for recording themselves and licensed it to Enigma after it hit about 30,000 copies. Capitol picked them up and then acquired the album as part of the deal. Nice. The budget figure holds at $23,000. The first single actually was Cry Tough, which was released in August 86, but mostly did not do anything. It wasn't until Talk Dirty to Me came out on February 18th, 1987. So, wow, they waited a whole until February. And I remember it was cold when it came out. And it peaked at number 9. It was the first U.S. top 40 hit. The album did not peak at number 3 until May of 87. So, honestly, even though it was released in 86, it really didn't catch any fire until 1987. But, hey, you know, that's cool. Since then, the record actually in 1990 went 3 times platinum with roughly 4 million copies sold worldwide.
Okay.
Yeah, so lore has it that Bret Michaels actually wanted Slash and was outvoted.
I mean, and you could see why, but I definitely think
Yeah.
I think CC was definitely the better
Right.
fit for that band.
Bret Michaels has said it was one of the band's first real arguments. Slash has said he was down to the final 2. Bobby Dahl asked what shoes he planned to wear, and as he walked out, DeVille walked in, caked in makeup and hairspray. Slash says he thought right that DeVille was the guy. Slash was tipped off about the opening by outgoing Poison guitarist Matt Smith. So there you go.
All right, so the song that I gave you from this record was
one of my favorites on this record.
Mine
I
too.
Want Action.
Yeah, that's
I Want Action.
one of my favorites too.
So there's a little I Want Action, baby. Let's go.
Short skirts. These girls hit me where it hurts.
Such a great video. All their videos are great.
I don't think you can say any of these things at all.
You want action? Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. All right, so I'm looking at the cover.
Yeah.
This is the OG cover. Look at the back. Chicks look hot. See. There you go. Oh, this is like a. This is probably, I don't know what pressing this is, but anyway. Oh, $79.99. What is? I don't know what pressing this is, but anyway,
Jeez.
that's what the cover looks like. For those that care. For those watching at home. For those playing along at
Playing
home.
along at home.
For those playing. All right.
All right. So, what is your vinyl verdict, Chris? What do you?
I absolutely love this record. I love the first 2 Poison records. I think are just awesome.
Yeah.
And I loved Open Up and Say Ah after this. I think this record to me holds up. There isn't a bad song on this record at all. I think this is a front to back record for me.
Right.
I mean, it's no Appetite for Destruction.
I get it.
It's not
But, all right, but this
right.
song in particular as well.
I'm giving. Let me build it up. Why are you rushing me? We have an hour to fill.
Okay, sorry.
We're doing a radio show. We talk.
Chris talks.
First of all, I Want Action, great song, one of my favorite songs on this record. So this song in itself is like a 4.3. Record as a whole, 4.6. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, when you put it on your list, I was like, all right, I obviously can't put it on my list. So, but it's a 4.6. The record as a whole is 4.6. This song 4.3. That's it. I've rated it.
Okay.
I've rated it. What do you guys think of Poison? Look what the cat dragged in. Let us know in the comments. And what is your favorite song off this? I mean, I'm sure it's Talk Dirty to Me. Everybody's favorite song is Talk Dirty to Me, but
it's not.
But I love
this
Cry-
is
but-
this was my
This is yours.
This
but
was
I mean,
my favorite
usually
song.
people go and say Talk Dirty to Me, but Cry Tough is another good one.
Yeah, I can't see that why they would have put that out as like the first single though. Like,
Yeah,
it
I mean,
doesn't scream.
it opens the album. I gotta
does.
cry tough.
No, I
yeah.
get it,
I mean,
but
Talk
I'm
Dirty
like,
to Me
it's
is
just,
way catchy.
that's the hit, right? Like that's
Yeah, it's way
that's
catchy.
the radio play song.
All right,
So
do it up.
all right, so then you gave me the album was Tesla, Mechanical Resonance,
Yes.
and then you put two songs on here. So Coming At You Live and Modern Day Cowboy. So which one do you want me to rate?
I mean, Coming At You Live is a great, first of all, great album opener and good
is.
deep cut that wasn't a single off the record, but
It's
I
a
love
fun.
it.
It's a fun song.
It's a fun
like
song.
a lot of high energy.
I mean, Modern Day Cowboy is the single everybody knows, and it's like just rips. It rips. The song still sounds
Yeah.
good to this day. It still sounds awesome.
You know what's funny?
great
I
song.
did not like Tesla when
Yeah.
they came out. I don't know why. Like they
Yeah.
just didn't fit. Like I guess what I thought that kind of band should be.
They're just
at
a
the
hard
time.
rock band.
No, they are. But for some reason, it just didn't kind of fall into
Yeah.
what I was listening to, and I didn't really appreciate anything they did until much later. I guess when I kind
Right.
of pulled out of the whole genre of
Right.
it all. I mean,
Right.
I was a teenage girl.
The genre of it all.
They weren't wearing makeup.
No,
or
they didn't do that.
Playing party songs or anything like that.
They
So-
actually were like the anti. They like fought hard against it. Like they did not want to be labeled as a hair metal band. They were
No.
like a jeans, work
Yes.
boots, and sneakers and flannel.
and I
shirt
feel like
band.
at the time
they
that
were
just,
kind of like grunge look
I
before
guess.
it was their grunge look.
yeah, and I think maybe that's what turned me off. I wasn't feeling it at
yeah,
the
they
time.
weren't pretty
I
boys
just-
like
no,
like Poison.
no, I know, but I feel like too. I feel like Bon Jovi was kind of like dancing on that line, but they were still more like just a rock band. Like they
Oh.
weren't glam at all. They weren't,
Bon Jovi was basically a Jersey Shore
Right.
bar band.
But
I mean,
and I wasn't. You know what? They were never my favorite band back then either.
no, I mean they weren't like they weren't like, oh my god, I love Bon Jovi. I mean he had good songs.
I like that first record, but
First record's great. By the way, Josh is coming in with a very hot take, which
Okay.
of course Josh has got a hot
well,
take.
because it
Saying, look what the cat dragged in is is greater than Appetite for Destruction.
no.
I said what I said.
Okay, well, you just leave that out there and know that you're wrong.
Sorry, buddy. Cannot get behind
It
that
might be a
statement.
little bit more fun at times. Like,
Well, it's not as dark. I mean, Appetite for Destruction is a dark record.
I mean, if I was having a pajama party, I would totally pick Poison.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So-
It's the fun. It's one's a party record and the other one's about
Right.
like dark side of LA.
So, what am I rating here?
All right, so you are. So let me give some facts about this Tesla record.
All right,
because I got some factoids
He's got
about
some
Tesla.
Facts. Just the facts, sir.
Just the facts. So let me get my notes up here on Tesla. So this was released. This was actually released at the end of '86. So
Okay.
most people will. The record did all the work in '87, but it still makes a cut. It was still released in 1986. Lineup at the time was Jeff Keith on vocals, Frank Cannon and Tommy Scaio on guitars, Brian Wheat on bass, and Troy Lucetta on drums. Band out of Sacramento was originally called City Kid, Kidd. It's a good thing they changed
Yeah,
that
I was
name.
gonna say.
Yeah.
It was a smart move to change that.
Management pushed the Tesla name and a Nikolai Tesla theme, including the album title, which refers to his Resonance Experience. They landed on Geffen in the middle of the glam gold rush and spent the next 5 years insisting they were not a hair band.
They definitely were not.
Blue jeans, no makeup, blues roots. Like, that was it. Like, yeah, you'd see pictures, and they're all wearing, like, sneakers, work boots. Like, they all look like they would be working on a construction site.
Yes. I agree.
This I did not know that one of my favorite songs in this record, Little Susie, is actually a cover song. Did
really?
you know that?
No, I didn't. Who did that first?
It was a cover of PhD's Little Susie's On the Up. It was a British new wave track.
Oh.
I had no idea until I
I
did
don't know
research
why I
on
didn't
this
put
record.
that on the playlist.
Yeah.
Actually, that's probably one of my favorite
Yeah.
songs on this record.
Modern Day, the sort of the singles released: Modern Day Cowboy, Little Susie, Coming at You Live. I guess it was. I didn't think Coming at You Live was actually released as a single, but
I don't remember them playing it as much.
Yeah, let me get some a little
I
bit.
feel like Little Susie and Modern Day Cowboy.
This was actually recorded in Woodstock, New York. The record at Beersville Studios and not L.A. It was produced by Steve Thompson and Michael Barbiero, and it was officially released December 8th, 1986. And the album reached the top 40, went platinum.
Okay.
Went platinum. Good for those guys. I like that. Okay, cool. All right. So, I don't know. Which one do you want me to play? Which one you want to do Coming At You Live?
Sure.
All right. Great album opener. By the way, Coming is CUMIN apostrophe at ya live.
There's a lot of that, I think, in these titles.
Yeah.
We got coming at ya live. We got eat 'em and smile.
Eat 'em and smile. It's coming at ya. I mean, what a great open. Like, the first 40 minutes of this is just guitar noodling. Love it. Yeah. 55 seconds. I'm a mean machine.
I'm a mean machine. I'm the kind you don't wanna meet. Middle name is trouble. I'm danger in the street. Mosey overdrive. I got my pedal to the floor. Never get enough. Always coming back for more. Yeah, yeah. Here I come. This every side. Here I come. Coming at your life. Coming at your life.
Coming at you live there. Coming at you live. You're on the YouTube.
I know what you want. I never give up once, twice. Anything
Great, great album opener. We gotta do that show. The album opener and closers.
Yes.
Come on! Man, this song freaking rocks. This record is so good.
I know, and I don't know why I didn't like it when it came out. I just
This whole record is just
wasn't about it.
balls to the wall.
Wasn't about it.
Just balls to the wall. Awesome. So yeah, that was some Tesla there off of Mechanical Resonance. Coming at you live.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I will give this a 4.2.
4.2 for the song. Mm-hmm. What about the record?
I don't know. I can't tell you really the
You
last
haven't gone
time
back
I
and listened to it, have you?
Yeah, I would have to listen to the whole thing. I mean, there's
Okay.
definitely some songs that I remember and I look back and I
Right.
like,
Okay. All right.
but I don't know. It was just not a record that I listened to
Okay.
a lot. Like I listened to the hits when they were on the radio.
Yeah. And there's actually a lot of hits on this record.
No, and I agree, but it wasn't a record I had. I just wasn't. I don't know, and I don't know why. It really doesn't make any sense to me because I love this kind of music. So something just didn't hit.
All right. Okay. Well, something. And by the way, they do have a new record out. It's called Homage. I've listened to some tracks from it. I'm not a fan of it. I don't want to be negative. It's not my thing.
All right.
It's not my thing. These guys are getting. I appreciate them still getting out there and trying to make some music. And they have released so many great records. I mean, even the record after this Great Radio Controversy is so good. But yeah, Coming at You Live. So yeah, Easy Come, Easy Go. coming at you live. Getting better every day. Yeah, Too Late for Love, Rock Me to the Top, We're No Good Together, Modern Day Cowboy Changes, Little Susie, Love Me. Like this record, whew, man, good record. Ooh, love it. All right. Well, moving on.
Moving right along.
Check out that record, guys. Go back and spend a little time with Mechanical Resonance if you haven't. Okay.
All right.
What do we got next? One of your
Yeah.
things here. Okay.
All right. So the next record I picked was Ozzy, The Ultimate Sin.
Ozzy, The Ultimate Sin. This happens to be one of my favorite Ozzy records. I love this record. I think this record
It's a good record.
I think this record is freaking awesome. I
feel like not a ton of hits though on this. Like
actually it's kind of like it's Ozzy's most commercial sounding record for sure.
Right, but
and it
it's
had the most videos and I mean, okay, so let's go through it. Released February of 86.
Okay, but a lot of it doesn't get replayed now. Like when you think about the Ozzy hits that get replayed all the time.
Shot
like
in the Dark, Ultimate Sin. Those songs
those
are
two.
on all the time.
But those two.
Yeah, but
like,
those are two big singles on this
right,
record.
but then I'm just talking about the record as a whole.
I don't know. Lightning Strikes gets played. I don't know. On Ozzy's Boneyard, I hear these stuff. all
Right,
the
because
time.
you're listening to Ozzy's Boneyard. Like, other than Ozzy's Boneyard, these are not like the typical Ozzy songs that I feel like come on when you.
All right. Well, let's go through.
Am I wrong? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Let's go through the lineup at the time.
Let's.
Because Ozzy, changed lineups, but this was one of the classic lineups. Because this is still, February 86. Randy had passed away. And Jakey Lee was in the band. The legend, the man, the myth himself, Mr. Jakey Lee. Great, just absolutely smoking guitar player. Did Bark at the Moon, which is a very good Ozzy record.
Yes.
Definitely a little heavier than this one. However, there are some monster riffs on here. So we had Ozzy in the band, Jakey Lee, Phil Sousson on bass, and Randy Castillo on drums. And this would be the first Randy Castillo record that he would play drums on. Of course, Randy Castillo, another great musician who passed away from cancer a few years back, but played with Ozzy consistently through a lot of Ozzy's big records, like No More Tears. Oh my God. He's was a monster player.
I feel like that is probably one of my favorite, like front to back, like just such a great, solid album.
No More Tears is great. No More Tears is definitely very good. But this was, at this time, this was probably Ozzy's most polished and most commercial record production that Ozzy had done at this time. And that was Ron Nevison, very famous rock producer, worked with all the bands back then. Ozzy had been kind of critical of the sound. I think he wanted something a little more raw, but for MTV, once again, built for MTV.
Yes.
This was actually a really good record for Ozzy to put out at this time. Classically enough, the band that would open for Ozzy on this tour, which definitely put him over, Metallica would be touring on would be the opening band for the Ultimate Sin tour. The very famous record cover for this, record cover for Ultimate Sin, was painted by Boris Vallejo, who was a very famous fantasy art artist at the time. So kind of fit in. Shot in the Dark, which was the big single on this, was co-written by Phil Sousson, and actually him and Ozzy got into a lot of legal battles. And actually on this record in particular, this record was actually not really available to buy for a little bit because it was hung up in legal battles.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
It was hard to get. It was out of print for a little bit. But eventually they were able to settle that, and it would go back in print. And it was a whole thing too with Sharon trying to do stuff.
I was going to say, I
Yeah.
feel like Sharon got herself a little.
And it's unfortunate, but this would also be Ozzy and Jakey Lee also had a lot of friction, and Jake would leave the band after this, and this would be Jake's last record. And then after that would enter Mr. Zakk Wylde on the very next record, which would be No Rest for the Wicked. However, Jakey Lee also would get into a lot of legal battles with Ozzy because not getting any songwriting credits and having written, like, he wrote Bark at the Moon. Like, he wrote a lot of these hits on here, and he did not get publishing credits. So he would also take Ozzy to court as well and try to get some of that money back. But anyway,
That's the song Perry Mason.
Yeah, the song Shot in the Dark only reached number 68 on Hot 100. It wasn't exactly a smash, but it was a top 10 mainstream rock track and Ozzy's first Hot 100 entry, which Hadn't been something he had done before that.
Right.
Hadn't been done. The album did hit number 6 on Billboard 200 and went double platinum. And here it is. The credit story is even bigger. Jakey Lee and Bob Daisley wrote for the record while Ozzy was in rehab. Both had a fight for credit, and Daisley left before recording his bass parts, which is how Phil Sousing got the gig. Daisley writing credit was missing from the first 500,000 U.S. pressings and restored only later on. Sousing wrote Shot in the Dark for his earlier band Wildlife. Members of that band have questioned the credited authorship. Sousing has said publicly they never sued Ozzy, kept it disputed, not a lawsuit. But yeah, out of print physically since the mid-90s, but available on streaming. Crazy, right?
It is. It's absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys, I mean, you need those publishing rights to get anything. And if you write that
this
song,
is how,
you
that's
deserve
how you make
it,
money.
right?
Hey, you write the song, it becomes a hit. You deserve it. Like, that's it. Like, unless you signing that stuff away, which who knows? I don't know. Maybe these guys did sign things and he tried it. But who knows? Either way.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Love Ozzy. Love him to death. And I know Ozzy's probably not like the best at business, so I don't think he was the one dealing with us.
I think that was all Sharon.
This was all Sharon stuff. But either way, excellent. One of my favorite Ozzy records. Like, I love this record. There's so many heavy songs on this one. So you picked one of my actually favorite album tracks
great tune
on here.
Love this.
Which is Never.
Yeah.
This riff. Oh,
I know. So great.
this is sick. Oh, kills me every time I hear it. Yeah, Ozzy greater than everyone. I agree, Josh. Can't even believe we're like 1 year since Ozzy passed away. It still kills me. Such a badass riff. Over and over now, over and over now.
There is no use in dreaming. Over and over now, over and over now.
Man, I love that Jakey Lee guitar sound.
It is the chain that you're dragging that was once your relief. It's like everything that's gone to die. And the feather of doubt that was once your belief is drowning in the tears that you cry. It all remains a mystery forever and ever now, ever and ever now. The things that were our history forever and ever now, ever and ever now. It's never too late to cry. It's never too late for goodbye.
Love this song, man.
It's never too late to cry.
The solo rips.
You know you were born to die.
There it is. Oh, all right. I just want to keep listening to it, but I know we're probably gonna get dumped if I don't. YouTube will dump our feed. I mean, on Radio Garden State we won't get dumped, but
No.
YouTube will dump us if I play the whole thing. Sorry for everybody who's gonna be crying about. You didn't
like-
play a Jake solo.
I'm like, I feel like it's more than halfway through.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we didn't get dumped.
Okay.
But we
Woo!
can. We can. We have gotten dumped
I
in the
know.
past. All right.
Oh, I know.
All right. So Ozzy, Ultimate Sin. I absolutely love this record. Is like I said, is one of my favorite Ozzy records. Jakey Lee's monster sound. His guitar sounds great. I love the slick production on this. I think it sounds like $1 billion. It sounds so good. I rate this very high. It's not a perfect Ozzy record, but it is close to being a perfect Ozzy record. So I'm gonna rate the song. First of all, one of my favorite deep cuts on this record. It's high up there, man. It's a 4.5. It's
I know.
great. It's a great song.
I had such a hard time picking
Yeah.
what song I wanted, and so I listened.
I mean,
I listened to the whole record today.
I
at
mean,
lunch.
this track list is ridiculous, by the way.
And I was
mean,
like, all right, I got to go with this. I'm like, After I listened to the whole thing, I'm like, yeah, this definitely has to be my pick.
I mean, the track list on this record is insane. It's absolutely insane. So, I mean, I feel like every song on this
I
is
literally
a killer.
had three
Killer
things-
Giants is oh my God. I love
I
that
felt
song.
like that was a little too mellow.
Yeah, but you had to
so-
bring it down a little bit on this record.
Right, no,
'cause
no,
everything's
but
a
I just
rocker.
so I didn't want to pick that as my song for
Yeah.
this because it was just too
Yeah.
like I wanted something like more upbeat and
Lightning
with a great
Strikes is the other like
guitar riff.
other song that is just monster. Dun, 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 dun. Oh God, it's so good. All right, so I gave this 4.5. The record itself, I give it a 4.6.
Okay,
4.6 for The Ultimate Sin by Ozzy Osbourne. Okay. Let's do mine.
yours.
Striper.
Oh, my favorite.
It is your favorite. In fact, because we're going to talk
Striper and their righteous riffs.
because we're going to talk Striper, I have this picture of me with Striper
Look,
and my buddy Mark and
That-
his wife Dana. Look at that at the Stone Pony.
I
We
see it.
Did the meet and greet a few years back.
I see it.
It was awesome.
Good for you.
Mark actually won that record in there. That was cool. He won that, which was kind of neat.
Oh, neat.
And we're going again. We're going to see Striper again. They have some new music
You
coming out.
guys
It sounds
enjoy
awesome.
that.
It is awesome. The Righteous Riffs from God, and they would release one of the best records
I
in
couldn't.
19. I actually have an autographed copy of this record.
I feel like I couldn't get past their outfits. They look like rejects from the X-Men.
The
Like,
yellow and black attack, baby.
seriously, they look like X-Men rejects, and
Yellow and black attack.
it was like if REO Speedwagon dressed up like X-Men. That's that's Striper.
You cannot deny the Righteous Riffs. Cannot deny
I
the
can.
Righteous Riffs.
I can and I will.
You shouldn't deny the Righteous Riffs because you're just missing out on some great music. Released in October of '86, Striper to Hell with the Devil, lineup at the time: Michael Sweet, Oz Fox, Tim Gaines, and Robert Sweet on drums. This was at the time, if you remember, this was like a big deal because it was like these guys are a metal band, but they're Christian rock, so a big
Yes.
deal's made about. They used to throw Bibles out at everybody, all that stuff.
So weird.
But it was the first record from that scene, that Christian metal scene, to actually reach platinum and cross over into mainstream. I mean, MTV
I want to love you, Jesus.
played the hell out of this, Calling on You, and of course the big
Yes.
ballad Honesty. Like played the hell out of it. And this was funny because it's actually they were on the same label. They were label mates with Poison.
That's pretty funny.
So you literally had the
Yeah.
devil and angel on your shoulder type of thing. The original cover of this, actually, a very cool original cover, had 4 angels casting saints and out, but the retailers drew complaints, so they did the alternate type with the alternate cover, which was the black with the
Right.
logo and the thing. So yeah, wound up actually, which is funny. The Christian band got pulled from shelves for being too demonic looking.
That's pretty funny.
How hilarious is
love
that?
that.
The Christian band
I love that.
had to change their album cover.
Wow, all those Satan
Yeah.
worshiper metal guys.
Of course, the big power ballad on here, honestly, was Crossover, and it got them top 40 airplay and put them on MTV. And here you go, the yellow and black stage gear. They threw Bibles in their crown, and they did the whole thing.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Black and yellow, black and
black
yellow.
and yellow.
Yeah. A little bit more about this. Honestly, the song that we were just talking about peaked at number 23 and is our only top 40 hit to ever hit the top 100. The album peaked at number 32 on the Billboard Hot 300 and number 3 on the Christian albums list.
Wow.
Yes. Free and Honestly were both the number 1 most requested on Dial MTV in 1987, and Calling on You hit number 2 on the same show. It was the first contemporary Christian album to ever pass 1 million copies and the best-selling Christian metal LP until POD's Satellite in 2011. Isn't that something?
Wow. That's actually quite a long time. That is actually pretty impressive.
I mean, 86.
that's pretty impressive.
I'm sorry, to 2001. Sorry, I said 2011. 2001.
Even still, that's
yeah. It
pretty
wasn't
impressive.
until POD would come out with Satellite in 2000, which
Okay.
I actually kind of like that record. So, all right. So I gave you a song. Here's one of the singles. This riff. This is why righteous riff from God, baby. are you saying fast forward? Get out of here. Fast forward.
It's your choice. You're free to do what you want.
You're shaking your head.
I don't like Striper.
I just don't think you've let Striper into your heart.
No, I haven't. But I don't. It's you know what it is. It's
What
just,
is it though? It's so catchy.
It's like oddly theatrical. Like, and
What?
I like some theatrical stuff, but I'm like it just.
That makes no sense. It's metal. It's always theatrical.
No, it's got like I mean the sound, right? That not that many bands have that type of theatrics. I feel like they should definitely be like on the Peacemaker soundtrack.
Oh God, yeah. They should definitely put on a Peacemaker.
I will
soundtrack.
give it that.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. It just always seemed a little too
Mm-hmm.
corny for me.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So Josh is saying Slayer, Megadeth, Metallica, Priest, Halen, Cinderella, and we're talking about Striper.
Listen, we didn't make up the list.
And we'll go through the list.
I mean, Chris did pick them from the list.
But we're
And
gonna-
I've made fun of him for this for years
We
and
didn't
years and years.
I don't
and
think we
years.
probably explained how we broke the list up, and that's probably
I
our
think.
fault.
Why don't you do that right now, Chris?
All right, so when we did the list, we went through and we saw the list of everything broken up in '86, and so we broke it up. It was broken up into like thrash metal, like real heavy stuff, then like this like arena rock, pop, glam metal, and then like more proggy stuff, and so. And I think some like classic, like it was just like it was broken up into like let me actually see the three because I'm trying to do this.
No,
from
there was
memory and I
definitely there
haven't.
was thrash.
All right, yeah, thrash,
And then
established
it was like
hard rock,
established hard rock, and then glam.
right, and
we didn't do the thrash.
we didn't do the thrash, and
It was
we-
because it was too much.
Yeah.
There was just it would have been.
and it was established hard rock and metal, glam arena rock, and then we did power prog, doom. So, and we'll go through the list of the records. Like we're gonna save that for last.
Did we
but
go through the? I didn't go through the Power Prog when I was doing the playlist.
yeah, we did this. So we
did?
no, we didn't put them on here, but they're on here, which
Understood.
it's a category. We just didn't do it. All right, so we kind of focused in on this glam arena rock
Yes.
part. Not so much you kind of did a little bit. I mean, you have Ultimate Sin on here. So you looked at the established. I didn't.
I did both of those. I
You
did
did
those
both.
two. Yeah.
I-
That's what the playlist is. It's from those two.
Mine was. I kind of. Well, I guess I kind of did because it's so funny. I put
No, we
David Lee
picked from
Roth.
those two.
Yeah, we picked from these two. So I was like, everybody, like, I love, like, Somewhere in Time. This is on this list. One of my favorite Maiden records of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I feel like I talk about this stuff all the time, and
Yes.
I wanted to talk about other records that I really enjoyed that I don't think I ever talk about on here. So that's why I chose the records I chose. Otherwise, we're just gonna be another show that talks about Master Puppets.
No, I understand. No, I get it.
Like, how many times can we talk about how we all know Master Puppets is a 10 out of 10 record? It's a 5. It's a 5. It's a perfect record. Like, I don't need to keep talking about it.
I know. I feel about Striper. You know how like Tommy
Like, Rain of
Shaw
Blood's
would
a
get
perfect
like
record.
Tommy Shaw would get really mad when he would talk about like when Dennis DeYoung came into the band.
Yes.
I kind of feel like that about Striper. I think that's the best way to
That's
explain
pretty
that.
funny. I mean, like,
Yeah.
like I could talk about, Megadeth, Peace Cells, Rain and Blood. Like, yes, these records came out in '86, guys. But I feel like every other show on has talked about all those legendary records ad nauseum. Like, I wanted to focus on talking about some other, and there's some other even deeper cut stuff on here that I didn't want it. But like, so anyway, I not that these are deep cuts, but I don't feel like, like for me, I love this record. I love this record.
I know.
I loved it back then, and I still love it now.
And I still don't.
And I'm going to see Striper
And I'm not.
October 1st. So I'm very excited about it.
I will not be.
No, and it's
attending that
fine.
show.
And you're not going to that show, but I am, and I'm really excited. And
He
I,
is very excited.
and that's why-
I am happy for him.
and that's why in 1986, this was a record I loved. I got it on cassette back in the day, and it's on the list. And I've prepared it for you to
Listen,
discuss.
I'm not the one. Like I'm just gonna rate the song. Josh is the one making fun of you.
Well, I'm just defending my position.
So
No, I know Turbo Lover. I know. Turbo Lover is on. Yes, I know.
it is. It's on there.
But I actually don't think Turbo Lover is like an okay record, honestly. Like, it's kind of like not Judas Priest's Beck record. Like, they've got hits on that, but it's not my favorite Judas Priest record.
I agree.
It's not
Mine
one
either.
I go back to. There's a couple good tracks. There's some good MTV songs, but it's not the best Judas Priest record.
I can agree with that.
That's
I can get
what I
behind
think.
that.
Yeah. So, all right. So how do you rate Free by Straper?
It's cheesy.
But what about the riff?
Yeah, no, that actually is
All right.
probably that is the best part of the song. But then it gets like kind of
Too theatrical for
too
you?
theatrical for me, and it just doesn't
Okay.
meld right. And again, it's like it gives me that very Styx kind of vibe.
Styx.
And then they're dressed like X-Men. And no, like
I
they're talented musicians,
I'm gonna see
and
if I can
I
find
will
it.
give them I'll give them a 3.3 repeating for just being talented musicians. But
All right.
you're never going to convince me to like them.
Okay, it was fine. But I'm always gonna break this
You
first one down.
listen. You can hold your ground. You can enjoy
holding my
what you
ground. All
enjoy,
right.
and I can make fun of you.
Okay. So that's what I think. What do you guys think? Let us know. Let us know what you guys think of the records we've discussed here already. Yes, we know there's 1,000 other records. We will talk about the list of the records before we split. But I just wanted, this is why I defended my position as to why we picked what we picked and where we picked them from. And these are the songs. And these are the records. So your next record, your final record, which is...
One of my favorites.
I know it's one of your favorites and one of your favorite bands. One of our favorite bands together.
Yes.
We love this band together.
It's so funny too because they're like in the glam scene,
Mm-hmm.
and they are such a bluesy rock
Very bluesy.
band.
Yeah, very. They had a great. So we're talking about Rat, by the way, guys,
Yes.
and the record is Dance.
I had such a hard time picking what song I wanted from this. I went back and forth on this
Dancing Undercover.
so many times. Yes, Dancing Undercover.
Yeah, I mean this record.
Dance is one of the songs on the record.
Yeah, if you, how am I not following these guys on Spotify? If you, I just wanted to get the track list of this record because it's like.
It's
like banger after banger.
I had such a hard time.
I had this on cassette.
Such a hard
Yeah.
time picking.
Dance, One Good Lover, Drive Me Crazy, Slip of the Lip.
Yeah.
I love Body Talk.
I love Drive Me Crazy though. Like,
Drive Me Crazy, Looking for Love, 7th Avenue, It Doesn't Matter, Take a Chance, Enough is Enough.
Yeah.
Like
Such
all bangers on this record. And Body Talk. I mean, we talk about this all the time. An underrated Rat song.
Yes.
In an underrated film that came out at that time. The Golden Child.
I love that.
The Golden Child.
Love that movie. It is hysterical.
Great film.
It really was. I'm so sad that it didn't go anywhere because it was funny.
Yeah. So Dancing Undercover, great Rat record. And this would be the record that I believe would be the time that would be probably one of the only times that Rat was headlining arenas. They had gotten big enough to actually headline arenas on this record. Which was cool because after that, before that, always a great band, but always an opener band.
I know, which is always a favorite of mine.
Never a headliner, but that's what happens.
Well, that's what it was
Yeah.
too. Like they weren't really that glam. They were a bluesy rock band,
Mm-hmm.
and
so
so good.
So at the time, and these guys were a legendary Sunset Strip band. This was their third record. The lineup at the time: Stephen Pearcy, Warren D. Martini, Robin Crosby. He hadn't passed away yet. Juan Crozier and Bobby Blotzer on drums. This is the third record and their third straight platinum record, by the way. But it was the first to kind of slow down. Rap basically opened the door on the Strip on 84, and by 86, a dozen bands were walking through it. Bo Hill produced again, which kept the sound consistent to the point that some critics called it formulaic. He produced all their other records, and that's why every record they did
I don't
sounded
know.
exactly
It's
the
a
same.
formula that
Yeah.
works though, and I don't think that they sound too much the same.
Yeah.
Like there are bands where like every song
Mm-hmm.
almost sounds like exactly the same. That is not the case with
You
Rat.
cannot deny how good Warren D. Martini and Robin Crosby together. That twin guitar attack is
amazing.
absolutely amazing. Just so good. This record peaked at number 26 on Billboard 200, and it was, as I said, their third consecutive platinum album. But Out of the Cellar, actually, that year went triple platinum, and Invasion of Your Privacy went double platinum. This one actually barely cleared 1 million records. Basically, this was kind of like the last of their peak, and then after that, the band started kind of like not. They were never able to achieve the success of like those first two records or this third record, and they were touring arenas, but like it just didn't.
I like the second record.
Lead single, This Dance, peaked at number 36 and also turned up, which I did not know this, turned up in a Miami Vice episode.
Aha.
And then, of course, Body Talk went to the Golden Child soundtrack. Poison actually opened for Rat on this tour. Cinderella, Cheap
It was
Trick,
the
and
Rat Poison tour.
Yeah, Rat Poison tour. And then Cinderella, Cheap Trick, and Queensryche all also opened for Rat on this tour. Yeah. That's pretty funny. So the official release date is there's actually two kind of release dates for this. I don't know why this is in dispute, but some say September 24th and some say August 9th.
Okay.
So whatever.
I don't really care.
But that's just, for
Doesn't matter
those
anymore.
people keeping track.
Who's keeping score?
Who's keeping score? So let's do it. Let's play some Rat. Yeah, we should have played Rat and then Poison because we said Rat Poison.
Because it's rat poison.
Rat Poison. Yeah, man, bluesy ass riff. Always had that dark sound though.
That sleazy, that LA sleazy sound.
Had this on cassette. Good shit, man. Love it. I love it. Great deep cut too from this record. It's a deep cut. It's a good one.
I listened to this like so much. Like after a while, like some of
Yeah.
the records and the cassettes that I listened to, I didn't even remember what was the hit anymore.
You just
and
left
what
it on.
Wasn't because I was listening to the whole thing.
Every
so.
record's a banger. Every song's a banger
Yeah.
on this record. I really like this record, and I know it wasn't as second record, Invasion of Your Privacy, freaking awesome.
I think that's probably my favorite.
So many slamming tracks on that. I mean, literally like boom, boom, boom. Great songs.
But yeah, 3 great albums.
Reach for the Sky is sort of when they that's the one after this, kind of starts to get a little bit more. I mean, Way Cool Jr.'s on there, which is cool and all that, but kind of get like a little.
I love
it
that
starts
song.
getting a little
That
lost.
is, that's probably one of my favorite Rat songs, actually.
I think am I correct about that?
I don't know. I'm not really good at that. I kind of always get stuff like that mixed up
Believe
with
it's-
if I don't look it up.
Believe Reach for the Sky is the one that came after this. Yeah, which had a bunch of Reach for the Sky.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. 1988. Yep, say I Want a Woman, Way Cool Jr. Oh, I Want a Woman? God.
That's actually a really
Chain
there's-
Reactions
I was
on
gonna
it?
say,
That's a
there's
good
actually
one.
quite a few good
Yeah.
songs on that one too.
Yeah, there's a lot of good. This record is pretty good. But it is I agree though. It's not as good as
No.
these first 3 records. Out of the Cellar, Invasion of Your Privacy. I mean, Invasion of Privacy, of course, You're in Love.
Yeah.
Lay It Down.
Lay.
I mean, just those 2 songs are ridiculous. All right. So, where do I rate
Where
Dance?
do you rate this?
In the pantheon of Rat records, I do like it. It has a lot of great songs. I would give this, it is out of the 3 of those first 3 Rat records, it definitely ranks third, but still very good. I give it a 4.2.
Okay.
4.2.
That's respectable.
And I love this song. It's a good deep cut. It's another 4.2. I mean, it's all 4s for me. I mean, it's it's a very cool record.
I'm sorry I had to go solo with the Striper thing, but you know how I feel about them.
Whatever. It's okay.
I can't bring
listen.
myself
I will
to-
be a fan. I've got my pictures with them. I got my autographed record. I even have my Striper tote bag. And I'm going to the show.
Good. You and Mark have fun.
We're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have a great
I'm
time.
sure you
Maybe I'll
will.
catch a Bible.
Maybe. Good for you.
Maybe I'll catch a Bible. All right.
Good for you.
Let's talk about our last tune, our last record of the night, and saving this one. Little Diamond Dave. Now I know,
Dealer.
and the reason why is I talked so much about 5150 last week,
Right.
And actually, I feel like the last 2 weeks.
Yes,
And
the last 2 weeks.
I love 5150,
Which is why I put no Van
Yeah.
Halen on this playlist, even
Yes,
though
I know.
5150 is on this list.
Yes, I love 5150. This was like the year. It was like so crazy to like go back to 86 and be like the Van Halen versus Dave. And it was so stupid. Like the media built it up, but it was kind of fun because you're like, what is the new Van Halen going to sound like? What is Dave going to sound like? Because at that point, David only done the EP with like Just a Gigolo and California Girls.
Which was
It
just silly.
It's just
That
him
was
doing
goofy,
covers
silly
and being
stuff,
goofy.
but-
And it's like whatever. But I'm just a gigolo.
That was fun.
It was fun. But like, is Dave gonna put out a record that sounds like that?
Right,
Is it
no.
gonna be like
Thank God he did not.
show tunes? But instead, he released an absolute
This is a
banger
great record.
of a rock record.
I love this record.
that to this day people will say it's a better record than 5150. I say it's a different record.
It's very different.
And it's heavier. It's definitely more
It's
hard
much
rock
heavier,
than 5150. 5150 is polished and pop, shows off Sammy's songwriting chops and singing. This is just pure like Dave was like, I'm gonna put the best band
I
together.
was gonna say
could
he put together a really great band. For
I mean,
this.
just as a reminder of who is in this
Yeah,
band
I
in
mean-
1986. I mean, this is like a dream team of musicians. You're like, oh, I can't get the Van Halen brothers.
So instead,
So instead, I'm gonna get Steve Vai,
Steve Vai,
on
Steve
guitar,
motherfucking Vai. I love
Billy
Steve Vai.
Sheehan on bass.
I know, right?
I mean, already right there, you got two.
You can't lose. You
and
can't
then
lose.
Greg Bissonette on drums, great drummer, and man, oh man, yeah, they call us the Revenge record. So yeah, Halen 5150 in March, and then Roth would release this 4 months later.
I
And
really like this record.
Absolutely. Not on that, but then he also hired Van Halen's their producer, Ted Templeton, to produce it. So it had,
He was like, "Hey guys,
yeah.
fuck you."
Yeah, seriously. And it's just so great because I mean, Steve Vai and Billy Sheehan were already just like ridiculously like well-known musicians in their own rights, playing with everybody. They're already legends at that point. It's funny too because actually David Lee Roth, and I didn't know this at the time, only later on, that he actually then cut a full Spanish language version of the same record.
I did not know that.
Called Sunrise Salve. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't speak Spanish very well.
Clearly.
But it had all the same backing tracks and everything. He just redid the entire thing in Spanish.
that's so neat.
Yeah. And of course, there are 2 covers on here because you're like, oh, is he going to do covers? That's Life he did. And Tobacco Road, which I do. I like the covers.
Which is, I actually
Yeah.
put, so Tobacco Road is what I put on the playlist. That is one of my favorite tracks.
Yes.
I love that version of Tobacco Road.
Tobacco Road.
Tobacco
Very, very, very good. My favorite song on here is the one I put on.
You put 2 songs. Which one?
Shy Boy.
Shy Boy. This is a great song.
Dude, Shy Boy fucking slams.
Shy Boy.
Slams. I mean, and this is actually a Billy Sheehan song that he did with his band called Talus. I mean,
Listen to
this is
that.
oh god.
On the stage, I'm in a rage, but you are never fool. Well, I can rock with anyone, but not alone with you. Something starts to burn.
Steve Vai, man.
Love Steve Vai.
I need a glass of women, knock me off my feet. Shy boy, shy boy, shy boy, shy boy, shy boy, shy boy.
Give me one more time, boy.
Shy boy, shy boy, shy boy, shy boy, shy boy, shy boy. Give it one more time, boy. You make me nervous, more than I had planned. Would you wanna know me? If I wasn't in the band, crazy feelings deep inside of me. I need a wild woman to knock me off my feet. Shy boy, shy boy, shy boy, shy boy, shy boy, shy boy. Give it
One more time, boy.
Shy boy, shy boy, shy boy, shy boy, shy boy, shy boy. Give it one more time.
Here it goes.
Boy. Gotta keep things moving till my personality starts improving.
God damn. It's so good. Holy smokes.
No.
This record absolutely smokes.
This is a great, yeah.
Even like the tracks that are kind of like mellow, like Ladies Night in Buffalo, like I did. Like, it's a good record, man.
It is.
I mean,
it is.
and you know, you got the Halen versus Roth. It's just like most people say this sounded like more like old Van Halen than
It absolutely
than,
did.
and it's what people wanted.
Yeah, it
They
sounded
didn't
more
want the
like
poppier synth.
No,
Even though there's heavy songs on 5150, like
but it is. It's definitely poppier. It's definitely more polished. It's more produced.
yeah, no, it is. I mean, so listen, I love this record. I think it's
mean,
great. So that's why I put it on. That's why I chose it to talk about because we did so much
and this is great.
5150. I'm
And
like,
I
we got to share. We got to
absolutely
give this love.
Like I have to say, you can say what you want about Dave because He's not the creme de la creme,
Yeah.
like talent wise, but he put together a great band here. These are some really great songs, and Steve Vai. I mean, just Steve Vai.
Steve Vai.
So, no, love this song, love this record. Definitely we're at like 4.6 for the song.
Yeah. And this was released July 7th, 1986, and peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 when it was
like
released.
this is something I listen to like at nauseum. Like I listen to it over and over and over again.
And this was, so not only did I not know that they had recorded an all Spanish version of this record, but there is actually a reason why, which I did find out.
Which is?
So the reason why is that Billy Sheehan, this was his idea. He had read that over half of Mexico's population fell in the 18 to 27 record buying range. So hearing that,
Yeah, well, that's
Roth
just smart.
recut every vocal with a Spanish tutor in the studio to do this. So that way they could reach a Spanish-speaking audience
That's pretty
in
cool.
Mexico and
All right.
sell more records, basically. It's a great marketing idea.
Why didn't Kiss do that?
You,
I feel
Paul
like-
Stanley trying to sing in Spanish?
I don't know. Maybe that was the problem. But I'm like, I feel like Gene Simmons would have
Gene
been the one to like come up with that idea.
We have to sing in Spanish so we can sell more records.
I feel like that's such a Gene Simmons
Yeah.
thing to do.
So, yeah, I love your assessment, though. It's a great
What?
record. Like, your rating on this record is
Yeah, no,
awesome.
absolutely. I mean, I loved this record. I listened to it. Like I said, I listened to it constantly when it came out. It was really just up there.
Yeah,
me.
yeah, I was trying to say Billy. I think,
But I put
Talus.
Tobacco Road on the playlist because that is actually one of my favorite tracks.
yeah,
Because I do like when, Dave goes a little show tuney, and that was kind of somewhere in between. It was like more bluesy.
yeah. So this,
Kind of fun.
yeah. So by the way, just about that. So I was saying at the Shy Boy. So this was, yeah, it was actually originally that song was written by Billy Sheehan.
Yes.
And this was a song that he wrote for a band that he was in called Talus, which was basically a power trio out of Buffalo. And that appeared on their 1982 record, Sink Your Teeth Into It. And then he would later then bring it and re-record it with David Lee Roth and, bring it to that solo record, Freedom and Smile, which is just great. It's sick. It's sick for, you're like, oh, here guys, I have a song. Not only is it sick, but then you're like, I'm going to get Steve Vai to play over it.
Oh, God.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Remember that time we went to go see Steve Vai?
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes. And he was extraordinary.
Amazing.
I love Steve Vai. He's great. He's awesome. He could do anything. He's just sick. He's amazing. Anyways, here he's a very nice guy too. I've heard that. We just saw a video too where he made the Hydra guitar.
Yes.
It's
Oh my God, that was
guitar,
so cool.
and harp. It's a harp, a guitar, like 12-string guitar, and a bass.
Amazing.
It's insane.
Amazing.
It's great. All right, so those are the picks that we made to talk about for today.
Yes.
Now we
But
we
then-
did promise we wanted to share the list. So before we split, I do want to share what is on the list. What was released in 1986. So I'm going to go through the list.
Okay.
You guys at home, let us know how you would think. Do you own these records? Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. So I'm going to start. So I'm going to start with the thrash record since that's.
Oh, you're going to go through the whole
I'm just going to go
thing.
through it really quick. So
Okay.
here we go. So thrash. Metallica, Master of Puppets, Slayer, Rain and Blood. Right away, we know they're 5 out of 5 records.
Right.
They're perfect.
They don't need to be discussed. They don't need to be
Yeah.
disputed, and you know the songs.
Peace Sells, but Who's Buying by Megadeth comes out this year. Great record. Revisited that one recently. Still very good. I actually feel like I think the best Megadeth record is Rust in Peace, but
Yeah.
Peace Sells, but Who's Buying is awesome. Here we go into some stuff that, now you're getting into things that like real old school metal guys, Dark Angel, Darkness Descends, I actually have that. And I have Creator, Pleasure to Kill. I have both those. And I have Sodom, Obsessed by Cruelty. I have all 3 of those on vinyl. Destruction, Eternal Devastation, Nuclear Assault, Game Over, Soul Nuclear Assault. This is a great record, Game Over. Flotsam and Jetsam, Doomsday for the Deceiver.
Flotsam and Jetsam. Shit, I have
Yeah.
not thought about.
And that was actually the last record that Jason Newsted would play on with them before he would then join Metallica. Voivod, and then we get into some real deep cuts here. Onslaught with The Force, Whiplash, Power and Pain, Cryptic Slaughter, Convicted, Possessed, Beyond the Gates, and Sepultura. I had this on cassette, Morbid Visions, their first Sepultura record. All right, so now we go into more of the established stuff.
Here we go.
Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time. Yes, 10 out of 10 record. One of my favorite Iron Maiden records of all time.
Yes.
Absolutely love Somewhere in Time. Judas Priest, Turbo Lover. Talked about it. Very successful record for them. MTV loved it. Had some singles. Not my favorite Priest record.
No. For whole records, no.
Love Turbo Lover. I think Parental Guidance is on here. There's a couple, but it's not my favorite Priest record. Ozzy Osbourne, Ultimate Sin, covered that. Now, Black Sabbath, Seventh Star. This is an interesting thing. This was not supposed to be a Black Sabbath record. This was, I believe, kind of pushed by the label.
Okay.
Because this was actually just supposed to be a Tony Iommi project. He just wanted to go off and do his own thing. And as the story goes, this was something that the label basically kind of made him put out as like Black Sabbath, but it really was just him. It features obviously Tony Iommi, which is why Tony Iommi's on the front cover by himself. And it's had a bunch of guest musicians playing: Jeff Nichols, Eric Singer, who you know, great drummer, going to play in Kiss, Dave Spitz, who played he played keyboards and drums. You had Glenn Hughes from Deep Purple, like Geezer helped write stuff. So this was like supposed to be just sort of like a Tony Iommi soul record. So it's actually, you had I believe singing on this was Jeff Nichols.
Okay.
I believe that's
because I was listening to this and I'm like, I don't remember.
No, because it wasn't supposed to be that.
Like, who is this?
And also Hughes, not Jack Hughes, sorry, Glenn Hughes, who I love, one of my favorite Deep Purple vocals. He sang on a few of the songs as well. So he sang on which songs? No Stranger Love, Seven Star, Heart Like a Wheel. So, like I said, this wasn't really supposed to be.
I put a couple of these songs on the playlist.
Sabbath record. It was supposed to be a Tony Iommi,
and it certainly doesn't sound like a Sabbath. record.
But the record label made him use a Sabbath name, and so that's kind of like how that came about. Which is why it's just him on the front cover, like
right.
So then, we don't talk about Seven Star. Yeah, see, but I feel like it's unfair. Like Tony Iommi wanted to just do a project, and the label forced him to put it under the Black Sabbath like name. So.
It's definitely not a Black Sabbath
No,
record.
it's not.
But I did throw a couple songs on the playlist just for good measure.
So Van Halen 5150.
I did not put that on the playlist because that was on there the past 2 weeks.
One of my favorite Motorhead records, Orgasmatron. It's a great record. Now,
fun song too.
I'm not a big Accept fan, but they would release Russian Roulette on this one. Saxon Rock the Nations, pretty solid record for Saxon. Wasp, Inside the Electric Circus, good record. AC/DC, Who Made Who. We talked about that last week. Basically, the soundtrack to Maximum Overdrive. Alice Cooper would do Constrictor on this one, too, which was kind of like, it's a really good record. Like a good hard rock Alice Cooper record that I feel like a lot of people forget about. Like, it's a good record. Crocus, I was never a Crocus fan. I never bought Crocus records. I was never into them. But they would release Change of Address. And here's another band I was never into. Loudness, Lightning Strikes, which was one of the very first like Japanese metal bands that actually cross over here to America. Was not a fan of. All right, so now here's the glam arena rock stuff. Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. Boston Third Stage, Europe Final Countdown, David Lee Roth. We went through Cinderella Night Songs. I was very close to putting this on my list.
I'm surprised. I was actually surprised that you didn't.
It was tough. I love Night Songs.
I expected Stryper. I knew Stryper was coming. I do love that you put Dave on there because that really is a great record.
I know, because I feel like we talked about 5150 and I wanted to talk about Eat 'em and Smile.
No, and it absolutely makes sense. But yeah,
I love Night Songs.
Love Cinderella. It's a great album.
This is a great record, front to back.
This was another one I had a hard time only picking two songs for the playlist for because the whole record is really just good.
Very hard. Poison, Look What the Cat Dragged In, Rat, Dancing on a Car. Journey, Raised on Radio, not my favorite Journey record.
No, and I didn't put anything on the playlist because we talked about this already.
Yeah, and it was kind of the end. That was the end. Like Journey kind of was like, that was it.
It came up, like we did it.
Yeah.
Done.
Straight to Hell at the Double. Vinnie Vincent Invasion, Self-Taught. I love this record. There's so many great stories behind the making of this Vinnie Vincent record. If you read Bobby Rock's book, Bobby Rock's book, who plays drums, it's a great book to read about the inner workings of the record industry.
I was having a hard time with Spotify finding clearly what was on this record. So I did not add any songs for this. So if you can find specific tunes that fit,
Boys Are Gonna Rock.
I
That's his
I
song.
could not. Yeah, there was a whole
Poison.
bunch. Yeah, there was a
So,
whole bunch of weirdness.
There's a lot,
So-
and there's a weird, and anything to do with Vinnie Vincent is always going to be weird. He is a weird, strange
What
individual.
did he just do recently? What was he selling songs for like a ridiculous amount of money?
Oh my God, the Vinnie Vincent story.
What was
for his new?
what was that like?
It was like $1 million. Oh,
He wanted like $1 million for like his catalog or
Yeah,
something that no one was asking for.
I got to get the story up. Oh my
It's
God.
insane.
Please, I gotta find the story. Yeah, we were literally we were in the car, and I go, what? Oh, here it is. This is it. This is so he was charging $2 million for his new record. This was of this year. He was launching a bunch of CDs called Guitar Mageddon, and his first single, Ride the Serpent, but you had to pay $300 to hear it. And if fans didn't buy it, he was gonna shelve it.
Okay.
You could listen to the whole record and get it for $2 million.
Right, because everyone is just waiting around for the new Vinnie Vincent record, right?
Right.
That and you're gonna just drop $2 million to hear that.
For the brand new Vinnie Vincent record. $2 million for Vinnie Vincent. So
Who's asking for this?
I don't know who's asking for the new Vinnie Vincent, right? So anyway, Vinnie Vincent's had guys, I'm telling you, just if you don't know, look it up. There's lots of videos, there's lots of stuff. He's had a very strange, interesting life. He's actually had a lot of tragedy in his life. He is a musical prodigy. He actually wrote, like, he used to, before he got into metal, he wrote for TV, and he wrote the Joni Chachi theme song.
Right, but
and he wrote on Happy Days.
But
Like
I think maybe go back to that because there's probably some money in it.
Well,
still.
he did. He made a lot of money off that, and then of course he was in Kiss.
No,
he replaced Ace Frehley.
I understand that. I
And-
do, but
and
like
these two
$2 million
records-
for a record?
The two Vinnie Vincent Invasion projects are awesome to me. I love them. I think they're great records. But yeah, he's mentally not.
No, I know,
he's
but
a-
like I
he's a
said, I
mentally
had
ill
trouble.
person. He's
I had
mentally
trouble
ill. It's
finding the right songs
Yeah.
to put on there because it was just very
Yeah.
confusing. So if you can find it, you can put it on there.
Okay.
I didn't do it.
All right, so the Vinnie Vincent, Great White, Shot in the Dark, Keel. Never a big Keel fan, although
Don't
I did
even
like
know them.
yeah, the Final Frontier, Cheap Trick, the Doctor. Not
Not a great record.
a great Cheap Trick record.
No, it's not a great record.
Yeah.
Forget cheap. I put 2
Triumph-
songs on there that I
Yeah.
kind of, but it's not a good record.
Triumph the Sport of Kings, okay record. We talked about Tesla, and then actually in December, it would get released to no fanfare at all. Guns N' Roses Live Like a Suicide.
Oh yeah.
That would be their EP. Was released in December. Absolutely nowhere, like a thud.
Crickets.
It wouldn't be until Appetite for Destruction, but that's another year. That's not happening yet.
Where Slash actually got the gig.
So here is some of the stuff that I know Josh is in the comments screaming about. Queensryche, Rage for Order, excellent record. Metal Church the Dark, excellent record. Fates Warming, Waking the Gardening, excellent record. Not a big Crimson Glory fan. I don't even know who they are, to be honest with you. I'm sure
This
there's
is
a bunch
like
of
all
them.
the stuff I don't
Yeah.
listen to.
Candlemass, I actually have this on record. King Diamond, Fatal Portrait, I have that. Sabotage, I'm a big Sabotage. Sabotage. I have a big Sabotage.
I say sabotage.
Fight for Rock. Cirith Ungol. Cirith Ungol. Lord of the Rings reference.
Yes.
Never really listened to those guys. Agent Steel, Omen, Hellstar. Did not listen to any of those bands. Lizzie Borden, I kind of
Borden.
listened to a little bit. Running Wild, Rage, Warlock, True as Steel. Oh, we are. Yeah, I mean, like that one. Yngwie Malmsteen Trilogy, excellent record. Excellent Yngwie Malmsteen record. I love that record. The front cover is great. He's fighting the three-headed dragon. It's excellent. Exciter was never big into him, and it's so funny that this would be on the list. Sam Hain's November Coming
Sam
Fire.
Hain.
Sam Hain, excellent post-Misfits project by Danzig, and November Coming Fire is a awesome record. I have that on LP too. So there you go, guys. Those are the big records that were released in 1986, rock, metal, thrash across the times. Some people get upset, but here it is. Anthrax did not release their great record in 86. Exodus, Overkill, Dokken, Def Leppard, and Whitesnake all skipped a year, and all those records would come out in 87. So for everybody screaming out there, those big records would not come out for another year. We're focusing on 1986, everybody.
Yes.
1986. So, Josh, we talked about Queensryche. There you go. Rage for Order. So, that's the list.
That is.
1986 is wrapped. Hopefully, you guys debate. Leave the debate in the comments. We love it. We defended why we talked about the records we talked about, why we focused on sort of the certain section of those records.
Well, I think it would have been too broad, and I honestly
Yeah.
don't know some of the thrash stuff.
Yeah.
Not enough to discuss an album, at least.
No, and
Like-
it's fine. But the top thrash records have been talked about for so long.
Well, the top ones,
so-
yes, I know those. But then once it gets like
Yeah.
more niche, like I
Yeah, it's
will
not
know
your
a song or two, and not necessarily from from those bands, but not
Yeah.
necessarily from those records.
Right.
So
So, all right, guys. Well, hey, that's it. That's our show for tonight. Thank you so much for watching and listening to Vinyl Verdicts. If you guys would love to follow us and stay up to date on what's going on.
And why
what's
wouldn't you
new,
love to follow us?
And when we go live, which is Mondays at 7 o'clock, hit that subscribe button over
Eastern
on YouTube.
Standard Time.
That's right. Hit the like button, hit the little bell so you get notified. Follow us over to on mixcloud.com for the unedited, uncensored version, unblocked version of the show, where you can listen to the audio version live, or not live, but not blocked,
Unedited.
because the show gets blocked a lot because of the music stuff. But on Mixcloud, they do handle
They don't
licensing
block
and
us.
royalty fees, and so
And you can
we don't get
listen
blocked.
on
Yeah.
Radio Garden State and on the Live 365 app.
Great.
And if you become a Patreon member, right,
Yeah.
to Radio Garden State, then you can get all the archive shows, and then you can listen to all of our shows,
That's right. That's right. You can listen to everything. You can watch everything. It's all there.
the entire catalog.
Everything is there, guys. And one last thing is, if you are Radio Garden State, keep it tuned here. Freak Have It is up next at 9 o'clock with Mr. Mark Freak. Great show. I think you'll love it.
Very
if you are
enjoyable.
into finding some good alt rock, indie rock, he's got you covered for 2 hours, and discover your next favorite band over on Freak Havoc right here on Radio Garden State, guys, where we keep New Jersey loud. All right, we'll see you next time. Thank
Wait
you
for
so
me,
much for
Josh.
watching. Thanks for
Bye.
listening, and cheers, everybody. Thank you.